Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be the trainer for this hour. The topic today is on the economy, and it's a business English topic. And for people who are interested in economics and the finances in your own country, then this would be the class to go to. So we're going to go over vocabulary words related to the economy. So we're going over words like gross domestic product, unemployment rates, the interest rates, things like that. And we'll possibly be comparing different countries and how things are different in different countries. So that's the plan for today. Yeah, so we'll see who's going to come. And let me quickly show you the plan for today. So we will be going over economic vocabulary and so forth. Okay, so the topic will be on the economy, and we'll be going over different vocabulary words. I'll start out with things like gross domestic product and employment rate. We will read through a little article and add the vocabulary words, do some different matching activities, and pretty much talk about the differences between different economic issues, and hopefully compare our different countries. And so that is the plan. So people who like to talk about the economy or actually are studying this in university or have this related to their job, this would be a class that would be good for them. Again, my name is Holly, and I will be doing the trainer today. So hi Max Gilberto. How are you today? Hello. Hi. Hi. What do I call you? Hello. Victor, how are you doing today?
How are you? Fine. What about you?
Very good. Very good. So where are you located, Victor?
In Bogotá, Colombia.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And Max, is it Max Gilberto? Where are you located?
In Mexico.
Mexico.
Exactly Ciudad del Carmen, but in Mexico City.
Okay,
Mexico country.
Awesome. This is Mexico City. Awesome. Do I call you Max Gilberto, or do I call you Max or Gilberto?
Max is good.
Okay.
Everybody calls me Max.
Okay, awesome. Then that's what I'll call you. My name is Holly, and I'm located in the United States. I'm in a state called Idaho, which is up in the mountain region. It's just north of Utah, and I'm about 6 hours north of Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah. And no, just north in Idaho.
Idaho. No, I said about the basketball team, Utah Jazz.
Oh, Utah Jazz, yeah. Yeah, I think between Utah Jazz, I think I'm more Portland Trailblazers fan. So, but I actually have not been following the NBA all that much. Alejandro, how are you? So, Alejandro, what time is it in Spain right now? I'm not sure.
I don't hear Alejandro.
Maybe his microphone isn't working. So Victor, I actually traveled to Bogota for a few days a few years ago. I absolutely loved it. Very, very nice.
Yes?
Yeah.
What did you do here?
Well, I was there.
Did you
I gave
travel?
I gave a presentation, so I was there for work. So it was a work trip, but
Uh-huh.
it was pretty neat. I was there for just a short day. I think we showed up on Sunday and left on Wednesday, something like that. Short trip.
Okay.
So,
But
Ellie,
about the economy,
um,
the forum?
the well the trip was about teaching, and so we had a meeting with the Ministry of Education in Colombia. So, and then you guys had a government change, so it didn't work out. So,
Yeah.
so it was I think it was right before the elections in 2009, or a change in 2009, 2010, something like that. So, but we did a project with teachers in Colombia, so for
Uh-huh.
a few months. So, yeah, Alejandro, are you there?
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. So what time is it right now in Spain?
It's 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay,
Eh,
good. Okay, I thought that's how much time what time it was, but I wasn't sure. So are you a night owl then?
yes, in
So
the morning.
yeah, a night owl is a person who has energy at night. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you have people who are early birds. They're the ones that go to bed early and then they get up early. So the early birds get up when the night owls go to sleep. Um, so anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be talking about the economy today. Um, so this is a business English topic. So just out of curiosity, what do you do for your jobs? Victor, what do you do?
I have a both jobs. The first one, I'm working in a hydrocarbon industry.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm
Uh-huh.
design and make an stress analysis on pipelines or pipes in factories, no?
Mm-hmm.
Refinery.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And Max, what do you do?
And
Oh, Victor, that's right. You have two jobs. What was the other job?
I'm import many parts from California to Colombia.
Ah, okay.
I have a store of Volkswagen Escarabajo, you know? Volkswagen Beetle.
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Volkswagen Beetle.
Bag and beater. No, I'm not sure. Haven't heard
Volkswagen
some.
BW.
Okay. So you basically you had one job is engineering and the second job Victor VW Beetle. Oh, okay. So you import and export parts for the Beetle. Okay, got it. Okay. For the Volkswagen. Probably I
Uh-huh.
would have understood if you would have said a Volkswagen or a car. I
Uh-huh.
don't think of VW Beetle. So Volkswagen. So Max, what do you do?
I am field engineer now. I work to Waterford. It's a great company.
Uh-huh.
I guess there have the many office are in the United States.
Okay.
I like my job.
Awesome. That's great. That's great. Alejandro, what do you do?
I was working for a big Japanese company.
Ah, okay. And are you an engineer or
No, no.
uh,
I had to sell Mm,
Okay.
printed.
Okay. So, yeah. So you're a salesman. You were a salesman.
Sí, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Well, and so this topic is actually quite appropriate for all of you. Anyone who really works in a company and wants to understand their a little bit about the way the companies work. This is a great job, great topic, and also about the different countries. And now we can actually compare Spain, Mexico, Colombia, and the U.S. And talk about the differences. And then we will also do an article on India. So too bad Abimelech isn't here. So he's from India. So what we're going to start out with is match the economic indicators on the left with their definitions on the right, and then complete the text about the Indian economy. So that's what we're going to start with. Okay, so we've got 5 vocabulary words here. We've got gross domestic product, unemployment rate, inflation rate, budget deficit, and interest rates. And so what we're going to do is we're going to match these with the definition. Victor, would you read the definition?
The amount that they charge on the money, that the budget deficit, maybe? No, wait.
No, the
Interest
amount
rates.
of money. Excuse
Interest
me?
rates, the 5.
Inflation rate, yes.
Choice 5.
Yeah.
Interest rates.
Wait. So wait, the amount of banks charge, yeah, it's interest rates, I'm sorry. Yeah. The amount that the banks charge on the money that they lend. Very good. Max, could you read the second one?
Percentage of employable people who are without jobs.
Okay.
That's right. I read it good.
Yeah, you did. You did fine. Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, you do have a Spanish accent. That happens. But what word is this? The percentage of employable people who are without jobs.
I can say in Spanish. Do you want that?
No, English. I can't understand Spanish, so.
The person. I read it again. Do you want that?
No. Can you tell me, or you, or anybody, Alejandro or Victor, which one of these 4 words means this? Is it gross domestic product, unemployment rate, inflation rate, or budget deficit?
The second one.
Second one. Okay. So it's the unemployment rate. So this is the percentage of employable people who are without jobs. Okay, Alejandro, could you read C?
The rate at which prices are rising.
Okay.
Inflation rate.
Yes.
Number 3.
Yes, absolutely. Inflation rate. Okay. And Victor, could you read D?
The value of all goods and services produced in a particular country.
Okay. The value of all goods and services, and it's produced. Yeah, in a particular country.
In a particular country. Okay.
Yeah. So what would that be?
GDP.
GDP. Excellent. Okay. And the final one, I'll read that. When the amount that a government spends is more than the amount it collects in taxes, that is, of course, your budget deficit. And hello, Innocent. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Hi,
Where are
Bob.
you from, Innocent?
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt. And is that your name, or do you have another name?
Of course, yes, my name is Ahmed.
Ahmed. Okay. Ahmed. Okay. So so excellent. Well, so we have Alejandro from Spain, Max from Mexico, and Victor from Colombia, and then myself, Holly. I'm from the U.S. So what time is it in Egypt?
What time? Time now is like 2 and 10. in the morning.
Okay, that's what I thought. You and Alejandro are both up very late. So, okay. Yeah, is it still a holiday in the Middle East?
Yes, it is. Yes, we
Okay.
have. You want to know?
Yeah, I've run into somebody from I think it was Saudi Arabia was in class at 4 a.m. in Saudi Arabia, and she said, "Well, yeah, we're not really sleeping. We're not working." So, okay. So we've got these five words: gross domestic product, unemployment rate, inflation rate, budget deficit, and interest rates. Now let's read this article about India and put the correct words in here. Okay, so let's start. Alejandro, could you read the first sentence?
Okay. India's economy is the 10th largest economy in the world in terms of GDP.
GDP, yes.
Ah,
Okay. Can you continue?
which was 1 million.
Okay, in this one we say 1 point. So 1.87. 1.87.
1.87 trillion dollars in 2013.
Perfect. Okay, so India's economy is the 10th largest economy in the world in terms of GDP, which was $1.87 trillion in 2013. Okay, and the 1.87 or 1.87 are the two ways to say that word.
Okay.
So thank you for stopping and asking. All right, Kako, how are you today?
Hi, teacher.
It's been a couple
I'm
hours,
fine.
huh? So
My second class with you. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, okay, excellent. Kako, can you go ahead and read the next sentence? If you can see it.
Starting in it.
Okay, it starts with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where my mouse is.
It is also one of the fastest growing economies in the world.
All right. Okay. Thank you. And Ahmed, could you read the next sentence? Innocent.
Yes. I'm
Yeah, okay. Could you read the next one? It starts with however.
However, recently, a sharp drop in investment has caused the government to reduce its economic growth projections.
Okay, thank you. Max, could you read the next one? Next sentence.
Next sentence.
Yeah.
Investor has been discovered for number of reasons, including Indians hide. The auction too. I don't remember the words.
Okay, including India's high. Okay, so investors have been discouraged for a number of reasons, including India's high of nearly 10%. So what do you think it is?
Number two, employment rate.
No, I'm thinking it's a different one. Does anybody have a suggestion what that would be?
Yes. Number three, inflation rate.
Inflation rate?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Inflation rate, yep, including India's high inflation rate. Okay, and of nearly 10%. Okay, thank you, Max. And okay, bear with me. Victor, can you read the next sentence?
In response, India's central bank decided to increase the rates in order to encourage people to save money and then before stop the price from increasing further.
Okay, so it's decided to increase interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
Interest rates in order to the word is encourage is how we pronounce it. encourage people to save money, and therefore stop prices from increasing further. Okay, Alejandro, can you read the next sentence?
Another concern is India's high
Okay,
India's
let's go.
high interest rates.
Yeah, okay, we've already used interest rates. So India's high budget deficit. Okay, can you finish reading?
Currently, around 5% of GDP caused by excessive spending.
Perfect. Okay, despite its fast economic growth, India still has a lot of problems, including huge social and economic inequality and a high, anybody know what that would be?
Unemployment.
Yeah, high unemployment. Around 5.5% of the adult population are out of work. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit more. So India's economy is the 10th largest economy in the world in terms of GDP, which was 1.87 trillion in 2013. Does everybody understand all the words? $1.87 trillion.
Trillion.
Excuse me?
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah. In the first sentence, does everybody understand all the words?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. It is also one of the fastest growing economies in the world. However, recently a sharp drop in investment has caused the government to reduce its economic growth projections. Does everyone understand this?
I don't understand the word sharp. What is the context of sharp?
Basically, for sharp, it means this is the best example. I'll just right here.
Like clear.
Right. Do you see my mouse?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So a sharp drop would be like this one right there. You're going away, and then it goes.
Okay.
So it's a sharp drop. It's
Sharp is like a tendence?
like it goes down very quickly. I'm gonna turn this off very
I
quickly.
understand. I will start with the imagine remote.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Sure. So anyway, I went ahead and turned off. Bear with me a moment. What do you guys see? Okay. Basically, it's going like this, and then.
Yeah.
So, but for some reason, my computer's being slow, and let's see. Hopefully, we can get this screen share back up. So, bear with me. Okay. So anyway, the economy had a sharp drop in investment. So people stopped investing. And what do you guys see now? What do you see on the screen?
The article.
You see the article?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm not seeing the article. Okay, if you stop seeing the article, tell me. So, okay. So the reason for the investors have been discouraged for a number of reasons. So investors have stopped investing in India because of India's high inflation rate of nearly 10%. In response, India's central bank decided to increase the interest rates in order to encourage people to save money and therefore stop prices from increasing further. Okay, so the inflation rate was going, so they dropped the interest rates. So they increased the interest rates as well. Another concern is India's high budget deficit. Currently around
Hi,
I
Holly.
cannot hear you, teacher.
Holly, are you there?
I guess he had problem with your computer. It's very slow. He tell us.
But everybody is here?
Yes, I hear. Max, I hear.
Yes, I'm here as well. And the teacher is gone.
Teacher's connection dropped.
It appears
Yes.
that she's gone. Maybe she has a problem or issues with the connection, as it seems.
Well, we're gonna talk about I don't know, economy or the football game, the Real Madrid. I like Real Madrid because they play Chicharito in Spain.
James Rodriguez. Staying there.
Yeah,
Hi,
she's
you
back.
guys. I'm back. Sorry about
Yes.
that. You guys said guys were like, Holly. I was talking along, reading the article, and then all of a sudden, you guys said somebody said, Holly, we can't hear you, teacher. We can't. I'm like, what? You can't hear me? And then, and then after that, my screen, it came up. You dropped the video call. So, usually you guys stop hearing me, then it stops. So. Anyway, I'm in the process of changing from this 2-year-old computer to a brand new one, so hopefully that will help. So it
Okay, we'll come back.
happens about every 10 classes, I think. So anyway, let's go ahead and go back to the screen, to the article. So what I would like to do is compare your countries with this article. So we've got Colombia, Mexico, and then Egypt and Brazil. See, Kako, I remembered you're from Brazil, and Alejandro's in Spain. So let's compare your guys' country with India. First of all, let's start with the easiest one. What in Spain, Alejandro? What is the unemployment rate in Spain? I think somebody's phone is ringing.
It's near. It's mine, sorry.
Okay. Alejandro, are you there? Okay, Kako? Kako, how about in Brazil? What is the unemployment rate in Brazil?
Hello?
Hello?
Around 6%, teacher.
6%. Okay.
5%, 5 to 6.
That's not bad. That's actually quite good. It could be better. So
Yeah, it is considered like full employment.
yeah.
Yeah,
It is still an
pleno emprego.
Yeah, it's still an employer's market. Do you guys understand the difference between this? An employer's market and an employee's market? If the unemployment rate is really, really low, then the employees can choose where they want to work. If it's really high, the employers choose. So, Alejandro, how about in
Yes,
Spain? What is the unemployment rate in Spain?
the unemployment rate in Spain is about 30%.
30%. Wow. Wow.
Why?
How about in Egypt?
Yes, in Egypt it's about from 10% to 15%. So.
Oh, wow. I think you guys need to
Wow.
move. I think you guys need to move to the Americas. So, how about in Mexico?
Well, in Mexico, I guess it's around 5-6% because the all Latin American country have the same the same per- the same number, I guess.
Okay, so it's about 5 to 6%. Okay,
Yeah.
And how about in Colombia, Victor?
I guess 10%.
About 10%? 10%
Yeah.
unemployment. Okay, and
Yeah.
and I've heard in the U.S. Of course, in the U.S. it depends on the state, but where I'm located, it's also the same. It's about 6%
Five,
unemployment.
6%.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
It's like a employees market.
yeah,
Desempleo.
the employees market would be about from about 2 to 3%. 2 to 3% down on down. If it's an employees market, that means pretty much the employers have to take whoever applies because there are so few people that need jobs. But if it's an employer's market, like right now, anybody above about all of our economies have an employer's market. That's where the employer can be picky and choose the top candidate. So that's good for the economy. I think having a 5 to 10% unemployment rate personally is good. What do you guys think? What is your opinion? What is a good unemployment rate? Any
For USA,
any opinions?
for USA
Yeah,
country,
yeah. In your opinion, what is a good unemployment rate? So
is good.
what is a healthy unemployment rate?
Yes, from
Uh,
until 5%.
Hmm. About 5%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Why the R is zero? No?
Excuse me?
The idea is 0%. Zero.
Yeah. Um, the reason 5% is good is because the employers can still it's still an employer's market. They can still hire the right candidate, the top candidate. So, in your countries, let's talk about budget deficit. In your countries, do you have a budget deficit? And in the U.S. and USA, we have a huge budget deficit. How about in your countries?
Okay. Select a country.
Okay, let me see. This is so cool. We've got 5 countries. How about we'll start with Mexico? Do you have a budget deficit in Mexico?
we had an old deficit here, but I guess it's the same because in Mexico we need a more opportunity for for the people had a bachelor degree, but it's better. It can be better because in Mexico have some change.
Mm-hmm.
It will change.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it will
Yeah.
change with all because I guess the people here had a hard worker. We had a here hard worker.
Mm-hmm. So people are working, but there's still a huge deficit for the government. So
Mm,
yeah. Okay. And
I
let's
guess
yeah. How about in Spain?
Spain, we have a huge budget deficit
You have a
as well,
huge budget deficit as well.
uh, about 110%.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry,
Is that
110%?
is that the reason that so many Spanish people I've talked to are very concerned about the economy?
Um, yes, the people are very worried,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
the government only ask mm, credit
Uh-huh.
to the European Central Bank.
Uh-huh. Okay, so the Spanish government is just basically living on credit right now, which is concerning. Yeah, I think the Americans and the Spanish people are the most concerned right now. Victor, how about Colombia? Do you guys have a budget deficit?
Yes, we have a huge budget, maybe deficit. Yes.
As well, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a concern about a financial crisis because of it?
No, not really, but not for me, not for the people, but for the healthy, for the education.
Uh-huh.
In these stages, you can see
Mhm.
the low economies, the low inversion.
Mhm. I think I understand. Yeah. How about Egypt?
Yes, we have a budget deficit and about 40%. So that's
Wow.
big. Yes.
That's
But yeah, this is
it's worse
as a
than
result
India.
of many reasons. Yes. But it comes to politics, which I hate to talk about. But
Uh-huh.
it's yeah, it's all coming back to the corruption and misbehaving on the resources of the states
Uh-huh.
and many factors actually. We've had a revolution for 2 years, and the
Mhm.
country was just standing still, and there was nothing going on at this time.
Mhm.
And the police was like excessively just consuming the general budget of
Oh
the general.
wow.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I think all this just led to this hard and difficult time that Egypt has been through.
Mhm.
But we are hoping that things get better and change for better. This is all I have for Egypt.
Yeah. I hope it does too as well. Um, because I know the U.S. we have a huge budget deficit, but that's because our government has been slowly bleeding us dry for 30 years or more. So it isn't Obama's fault. It isn't Bush's fault or even Clinton's. It's
Yes, and you are spending so much money on wars and military weapons, and
yeah, it's crazy.
I know
So
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Kako, how about Brazil? Do you guys have a huge budget deficit or?
Yes, teacher. Brazil has about 2.3 has a GDP of $2 billion and approximately 54% of the GDP is the public debt, the
Wow, but budget
budget deficit. Yeah,
deficit, yeah.
yeah.
Wow, okay. And I wouldn't even know what it is with the US. Spain 110%, Egypt 40, Brazil 54, US I don't know. I just know it's big. So, yeah. Okay, now let's talk about interest rates. And instead of interest rates of the economy, I want to ask you guys, what is a common interest rate if you were to get a mortgage?
hmm
Do you guys
In
know that word, mortgage?
yeah, in Egypt it would be about like 12, 12%.
Egypt is 12%. Okay. And in the US, I guess it's about the same. It's really for in the US it depends on the person's credit rating, but it's anywhere from 5, I think it's 5 to 10%. But in Finland when I lived there, it was 3.5%. So I was very surprised. How about Colombia? If you were to get a mortgage, which is a house loan, what interest would you pay?
Here depends for the one, but it's around 10%.
10%? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then Brazil. You know?
In Brazil, the taxes are very high.
Uh-huh.
If
Okay.
you get a loan, it will be around I think around 8% a year.
Wow. Okay.
8
That
to
is a lot.
10% a year.
Wow. Okay, Mexico.
Well, in Mexico, uh, I agree with Brazil. We had a high.
Uh-huh.
I feel it is a 10, 11%.
Okay, 10 to 11%. And how about in Spain? If you were to get a mortgage, Alejandro, what would the interest rate be?
And here there is a changeable mm, changeable taxes.
Uh-huh.
Maybe between 3 to 5%.
3 to 5%. Okay, so that's actually close to what Finland was. I got my first in 2005. I bought my home in Finland, and because I taught at the bank, I got a mortgage at the interest rate 2.5%. So when I sold the house 4 years later to come back to the States, I made a lot of money. So I was very lucky. Um, but in the U.S., it's unheard of to get a mortgage interest rate for less than 5%, and it really depends on the person. So, all right, let's go on. Okay, let's match the words below to form phrases from the text. So, what would that be? A sharp what?
Sharp drop.
A sharp drop, yeah, which is what I think somebody asked about. So there was a sharp drop in the interest rates, and so everybody started taking out loans. Okay, discourage what?
To save money.
Investors.
And encourage people to
Yeah,
invest.
discourage investors. Yes,
Yes, invest.
investors. Okay, encourage people
Save money.
to save money. Yeah,
Save money.
I don't think people are doing it though. At least not in my country.
No, none.
Excessive what?
Inequality.
No,
Work.
Spending.
spending, excessive spending. So the reason most of our countries have such a high budget deficit is because of the excessive spending of our countries.
Yeah.
And our people, our consumers, and at least in the U.S., our government is not that different from the consumers ourselves. We're just as bad. So, social and economic what?
Work.
Work.
No,
Inequality.
inequality, and of course, out of work. So if you're unemployed, you are out of work. Okay, so let's talk really quick about social and economic inequality. What is a good way to explain social and economic inequality?
There are countries with high GDP,
Mm-hmm.
high high um a high salary average of salary,
Uh-huh.
but very unequal.
Mm-hmm.
The money is concentrated in
Uh-huh.
the hands of a little people,
Uh-huh.
of only a few people.
Only a few people, yes.
And
Yeah.
most of people with low salaries, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think that this as far as India actually has the best example of the huge social and economic inequality because they have so many really wealthy people, and it is actually a quite wealthy nation.
Yeah,
But then
there's so much.
they have so much poverty too,
Yeah.
you know.
I
And
think the middle class between that makes equality between it's fair when you find a middle class between a country within a country. It makes the social and economic status is kind of equal, equal. People get like better life standard.
uh-huh, better standard of life, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
um,
standard of living, uh-huh. So you think
and
it's fair that if we have yeah, social and economic equality or inequality?
of course equality. Yes.
Equality, okay. Can you guys can you guys think of a country that because in the U.S. we also have a huge social and economic inequality. Do you guys know of some countries that have actually equality in that area?
Yes, maybe Switzerland.
Scandinavian countries.
Excuse me? Scandinavian countries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Switzerland, I think. I think Australia. Australia is um,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy, sorry, what is the question? I don't
Um,
understand.
the question was, can you think of an example of a country that has social and economic equality, where
All right.
there's fewer rich and poor? And the thing, I lived in, as many of you know, I lived in Finland for 11 years, and um, there is a lot of equality, especially between men and women. Um,
Mhm.
but what's interesting is the more money you make, the more taxes you pay.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's it.
but you have a quality.
Yeah, I mean but if you're like, so for example in the States, in the US we have people called the working poor, and these are people that are working very hard but not making enough money, so they can't afford health care. Where in
Yeah.
Scandinavia the same people would get health care. So,
Yeah.
That's
and
why the
I've
government is giving you the money with the right hand and take it with the left hand. In another
yeah,
way,
yeah, see, that would
they
never
run.
work in the US. They won't let you do that. But
Yes. Look,
In Spain is upside down.
uh-huh.
You more you more money make, you less taxes pay.
Oh, really? That's how it is in the States as well. The more money a person makes, the less they pay in taxes. And
Yeah.
that in the States as well, because they what they do is they give like tax they give, it's called tax breaks for the rich.
yes, just to encourage the economy. Huh?
Yeah,
The
where
Spain, the Spain is great because I know the all country pay taxes for you say more gain money, more pay taxes tax.
yeah, it's in
Uh-huh.
Finland that's how it is. Do you guys, are you familiar with what is it? Formula One?
Formula One?
Yeah,
No.
that's the race car. It's a race car. The Finnish, there's
Yes.
Germany and Finland. Both countries have a lot of Formula One race. They're race car drivers, and they make millions of dollars. And they end up moving to Monaco because they don't have to pay taxes in Finland.
Uh,
Because they make so much money, and a lot of the very wealthy people in Scandinavia end up moving away because they can't afford the taxes.
Mhm.
The,
So
the, que- the question is how do the country to get the money for the I don't know the economy. How how the country get the money if don't pay taxes.
Yeah, that's true.
They may
It's
have a theory, by the way. Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, how to interrupt you, but they may have a theory. Like, if you work hard, you will get so much money, and you will pay like less taxes. So
Uh-huh.
it's kind of like encouragement. They are encouraging the people to not just lay down on the pot and wait for some kind of justice. You know, like you have to work hard to get more and pay less. So
Mhm.
how they protect the economy.
Yeah,
I think it's a
but
theoretical thing. Yeah.
how many people actually, like, for example, children, millionaires, their kids, they get these tax breaks because they're just the kids and they don't know how to work.
Uh-huh. This is kind of ironic, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people who are who graduate and find a job and
Uh-huh.
yes,
And they
and
do.
they are taking. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what I'm talking about. But I'm not talking about the rich kids who their parents just left them like a bunch of good will and
Yeah.
excessive money. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the young people who just graduate and just are looking for a job, and once they get hiring and find a good job, you know, they must do
Mhm.
best so they can make a lot of money and of course pay like less tax. So
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
it's kind of fair for them, but it depends on, you know, like there's another factors that the country, that the government should provide for people to have such an environment. So if you are giving them like bad atmosphere and you're requesting them to work hard, where the employment rate is very high, so they will
Mhm.
not work in this atmosphere. They will not get much more money. They will not make enough effort, you know, to get richer, to get a lot of money. This
Yeah.
so the government must like provide them with good condition, good qualifications, good trainings, so they can do what they should do.
Uh-huh.
You know, the
Yeah.
country will, the economy of the country will rise up and will be beneficial for everyone, for the
Yeah.
individual. So.
Yeah. Ideally, that would be great. So,
I,
I
I I have
and
to say I had to say in Mexico, if there are some Mexican listening that, I had to say no invent more taxes,
what do they say? No, what?
no invent no more taxes here.
No more taxes. Okay, but
We
like
we
you,
have enough taxes.
yeah. But what you said, like, if there's no taxes, how does the government pay anything? you know so I remember the first time I did had the first time I actually did taxes, my first after my second year in Finland, I actually had to pay $250 €250 instead of getting anything back from the taxes. And somebody said, "Oh, Holly, I'm so sorry." And I said to them, "Well, that means I was blessed. I made more money than projected." So
Yeah.
it was. So anyway, let's go on to the economy. Let's match these trends with these pictures. So, for example, we've got a decline in exports, a fall in unemployment, a rise in exports, an economic downturn, a decline in the number of investors, a growth in consumer spending, an economic boom, and the increase in prices. So I'm going to bear with me a moment, make this smaller. Okay, so you can see all the pictures. So let's see if we can uh, match these.
Mhm.
The first one
So
is the 5.
The
No,
first
no,
one is
sorry. Is the 3.
the first one, a decline in exports,
It's 3.
is 3.
I
Yes.
guess I guess it's three. The client is export.
Yeah.
It's three.
Decline in exports. Okay. Okay, and a fall in unemployment.
and a falling in
The 4.
employment. Yeah, number four.
Yeah.
Number four. Yes, I agree. Number four.
Okay. And a rise in exports.
Number
Rise.
5.
Number 2.
That would
Number
be a
2.
5. 5 because of the boxes. So rise in
Yeah.
exports.
And I see the boxes rising there.
Okay, and then an economic downturn.
An economic downturn. Number 1.
Yes. This is actually what the Spanish and the Americans are worried about right now. So, a decline in the number of investors.
Number 7.
Yes. Oops. Okay, and then the next one, a growth in consumer spending.
8. 8. I agree, 8.
Okay, 8. Yep. Growth in consumer spending. And then we've got an economic boom.
Number
The
6.
second one.
Number 2.
Actually, no. It would
The
be 2,
second.
an economic boom. Economic. And that's just basically where the economy is going up and stays up. So, and so of course 6 is an increase in prices. You guys know what an economic, what the opposite, what is the opposite of an economic boom?
An economic downturn.
Crisis.
An economic downturn, an economic crisis, yes, but there's another actual word. They say, for example, the economy is going through an economic what? It either be boom, or the opposite of that is depression.
Depression.
Yes. Okay, and do you guys know the word? For example, the economy is in a boom. We have an economic boom, and now the economy starts in a downturn, and a slight one, and it might go back up, but it starts to slightly go down. Does anybody know what that would be? Any idea?
No.
Okay, that's called a recession.
Recession.
Recession. So there's actually what it is. We say a boom in the economy. Then if the economy goes down, starts heading down, they say the economy is in a recession. And if it goes all the way down, it's in a depression. But sometimes it goes boom, recession, boom, recession, boom, recession, boom, recession, depression, and then back up to boom. So sometimes it doesn't go all the way down to depression. So I actually did a presentation on that in an economics course 30 years ago or 20 years ago. So
But recession, what is the cause for recession?
what's a cause for recession? It's actually right. It's right before depression. So it's basically you're just heading down. It's a downward slide, but it's not as sharp as this one. So for example, do you see my mouse? Okay.
Yes.
Do you see this one right here would be kind of a slight recession, and then it goes back up. And now we have a sharp downturn, then it starts heading up, then a sharp downturn again. But this part right here could be a recession, or this part could be a recession. Yeah, so it's when the economy goes down, but then it goes back up, and so it goes boom, recession, boom, depression. So recession is on its way down, where maybe the economy will fix itself. So, All right. Well, let me give you guys the link for this worksheet because we didn't get to everything. So there are some answers in the back at the back of this worksheet. So do go ahead and download this worksheet so that you can study that and get more vocabulary words, because I don't think we're going to have enough time to do that. So we have, let's go to this talking point right here. Okay, number 5. So Ahmed, what things in your country might discourage investors?
What things in your country might discourage investors? Okay. There's many. There's many to tell. Okay. I'll start with
I guess less taxes.
Yeah.
No. No, it's not about taxes at all. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about tourism. You know, as they say. So terrorism, yes, might be a
Okay.
factor.
So political
Yes.
issues.
Yeah, it's political issues.
Political issues, such as terrorism.
Yes.
Okay, and then Max, for your country, it would be less taxes. So
Yeah.
instead of less taxes, what it would be, what we'd actually say in English is we'd say tax breaks. Like we give tax breaks to the tax breaks
Yeah,
for the
that's
investors.
great. Yeah, another thing was I don't know, promotion or location promotion, the beach. I don't know.
Uh-huh. So like, kind of like marketing and help in that area. Okay.
Yes, marketing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Victor, let's go to number 2. Question number 2: Is there social and economic inequality in your country?
Yes, a biggest
Is
social and
there?
economic. Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. And there's also in my country. Is there in Spain? Alejandro, do you have social and economic inequality in Spain?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking that because Spain is part of the EU, there would not be as much, but from what you've said, it sounds a lot more like the US. So, all right, well, thank you very much. It looks like we're out of time, and I have another class to get to. So, thank you very much for your time and attention, and I hope you learned some words, and thank you very much.
Bye
Thank you
bye,
very
Thank
much.
teacher.
you.